Oh. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. The various exercises for quietening the mind that we have so far seen. Is it audible for everybody? Last row? No? They covered the speakers, I think. Hari Om. Is it better? Last row? Okay. The various exercises that we have seen so far for quietening the mind are body awareness, breath awareness, and then to keep the mind quiet. This is to quieten the mind, and to keep the mind quiet and not get broken into ripples of thoughts. We gave the mind a single thought, a japa. This much is for quietening the mind. For transcending the mind, we have to understand the nature of the self. To quieten the mind, we need to do certain things. We need to do action, verb. But for transcending the mind, we need to know. We need to understand the nature of the self. Knowing the self, knowing its nature from Vedanta, when one does not pay attention to the mind, that kind of dropping the mind, not paying attention to the mind, but abiding in one's real nature. Initially, by reminding oneself that I am Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham. I am not the thoughts, I am not the body, but I am of the nature of consciousness. Initially, one remains oneself. Whatever one has studied and understood, one instructs the mind. And then a time comes when effortlessly the mind abides in the real nature. Slowly, the importance given to the thoughts go away. Usually, we do not experience ourselves without thoughts. The only time we experience ourselves without thoughts is deep sleep. Otherwise, we always experience ourselves with thoughts only. But when we start practicing meditation more and more, we come to have an experience of ourselves without thoughts. Initially, what happens, since the only experience we know without thoughts is sleep, when we meditate, we go to sleep. Have you experienced that? You go to sleep because you slip into that. But as we keep practicing and cultivating this meditative state, wherein we remain without thoughts and still are not asleep. We remain without thoughts and still are not asleep. It takes time. The mind gets accustomed to stay without thoughts and not asleep. Gets accustomed. To get accustomed, you need to do the same thing again and again. There could be a duration of time, many days, sometimes even weeks, months also, when the moment you quieten the mind, it slips to sleep. Don't be worried. It is one stage. But keep persisting. When the mind goes to sleep, wake it up. How do you wake up the mind? The moment you know it is sleeping, that much you are awake. Then afterwards, tell the mind, don't sleep, don't sleep. Again it will go to sleep. Again you will become awake. Then tell, don't sleep, don't sleep. One good way is to stop breathing. What do you mean stop breathing? Don't take any breath in. Let every cell of the body cry for breath. Don't. Then a time will come, the body will say, breathe, breathe, breathe. Then you give a little breath. You become awake. Some people try pinching themselves and all. Don't do that kind of thing. Pinching themselves, biting the lips. No. Just whenever you understand you are sleepy, tell the mind not to sleep. If it is too sleep you find, go to sleep. Because that kind of sleep is because you're not rested properly or you've overeaten, something you have done to the body. Then that's a different kind of sleep. The sleep which comes in meditation and the sleep which comes because of tiredness, they're very different. The sleep which comes because of tiredness can go away only when you rest. That cannot be helped. But the sleep which comes because the mind is not used to a state without thoughts other than sleep, that you can conquer in time. Just be at it. People also ask the question, what is a good time to meditate? Actually, for meditation, we need the mind to be fresh. That's all is required. And fresh happens when you have rested well. And that is why they say mornings are better for meditation. Because you have slept, you are not tired. There are also natural rhythms. If you align yourself with the natural rhythms, because you are also part of nature. No? Nature means we think outside. But for you are also part of the nature. Trees is nature, animals are nature, other human beings are nature. What about you? For others, you are also part of nature. Natural beauty. When we align ourselves with nature, then nature also assists us. The biological clock, we say a biological clock, when it is aligned with the nature clock, then you can take the benefits of the support of nature. Usually, early mornings, there is a freshness, there is a alertness. Usually means if you sleep in the right time, the earlier day. If you sleep at 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and early morning 5 o'clock, it is not fresh. But if you align yourself, sleep at 9:30, 10, maximum 10:30, get up morning 4:30, 5:30, what they call Brahma Muhurta, those times are perfect for meditation. But as I said in the beginning, the time your mind is fresh is good for meditation. Evenings also are good for meditation because that's a time when nature also, the sun sets, nature also kind of goes to rest. Leaves and birds and plants, leaves also start closing. Plants also, the birds also come to rest. So when you align yourself with nature, you can take the benefit from nature also. Then the question comes, how many times should I meditate? This practice of meditation, I think twice a day you can do. Twice a day. How long to meditate? Start initially with 15 to 20 minutes. And as you gather strength and capacity, keep increasing it to 25, go to 30 minutes. And if you are regular with the practice of meditation, in 6 months to 8 months, you can come to 45 minutes. And in 1 year, you can do 1 hour. But now start with 15 to 20 minutes and keep on building the capacity. What is important is the depth in meditation, not the length of meditation. So even if 10 minutes you meditate and you meditate with lot of inner zeal and you are able to quieten the mind very much, it is advantageous. Then a meditation which is 1.5 hours, wherein you have slept for 1 hour 20 minutes. How do you know whether you have slept or not? The very fact you wonder about it tells that you have slept. Don't be concerned if while meditating your head is like this. As long as you are not fallen down, because when the body is relaxed, slowly the muscles also go relax. You're starting with head, neck, vertebral column, straight line. But sometimes you may find that the head goes like this. That doesn't mean a person is asleep. But the muscles have relaxed. That's all. Especially as you grow old, it happens. As you go old means after 40, you have to think it's old age setting in, okay? I'm not telling, I'm 65, 70, I'm young at heart. Oh, sab karab cheez hai. All useless talking. We have to be happy that we are growing old also. That's a beautiful thing to happen. You should be always young at heart. That's a different matter. With age comes wisdom. When the muscles become weaker, then all those things set in. Also, some people will find that their breathing becomes very little different. Breathing becomes different. They are not aware. The other person is telling there is a different way of breathing. But you ask the person, "Are you sleeping?" She says, "No, I'm not sleeping." Because inside the person is aware. Inside the person is aware. Inside is aware the thought, silence. But totally the person is detached from the body. Why I'm saying all these things is that sometimes we get doubt in our meditation. Hmm? All right. Be careful of the food you take. If possible, and if you can, avoid non-vegetarian food because they make the body dull. It's too heavy for the body to digest. All the energies go for digestion, and you do not have the energy required for such higher pursuits. Avoid too much pleasure because pleasure is also the what do you say the overpowering pleasure when you indulge. Indulgence, that's the right word. When you indulge in pleasure, lot of energy is lost. Conserve the energies. Whatever takes away too much of your energy, you must be careful. Occasionally there may be some lot of work to do, okay, but balance your work also. So such kind of moderation, what is said as yukta ahara viharasya yukta cheshtasya karmasu, etc., etc., is there. That moderation is required. So, a person who has a life of moderation will be able to meditate effectively. So, start this way, mornings and evenings if you can, evenings if you can't, night before you go to sleep. You have to find. But one thing is that mornings are very good, evenings also are very good because you are aligned with nature. But if you can't, that should not be the reason to say, I cannot meditate. Okay? So far, we have seen the quietening of the mind, the transcending of the mind, and today we have seen what are the general guidelines with respect to meditation. This much is truly speaking sufficient for your meditation. Please do it with great sincerity. Kind of feel that this is your greatest spiritual asset. Work on it and perfect it. Not all people can meditate also. If you are having the interest to meditate, if you feel that you love to meditate, please remember these are all gifts to you bestowed by nature. These are actual gifts. Make the best use of these gifts that you are endowed with. We will start our meditation now. Please sit erect. Head, neck, vertebral column, straight line. Eyes gently closed. Hands interlocked or freely falling on your thighs. Broad base if you are sitting down. If you are sitting on the chair, ensure that you don't overlean, but you hold your back straight. Even if you have to come a little forward in the chair, ensure that you are keeping your back straight. Invoke the grace and blessings of the Lord and the Guru. Ask the Lord for blessings to meditate well and to realize Him. Bring to your mind Pujya Gurudev, Swami Chinmaya, or if you have a Guru, your Guru, or any saint whom you revere, mentally prostrate, seek their guidance and blessings always, and offer your gratitude to the Guru for providing you the knowledge to practice meditation. Seek humility from the Guru. An arrogant mind cannot meditate. A mind that is humble, wanting to learn, wanting to be guided and led, alone can meditate. Therefore, seek humility. Now let us practice body awareness. As I mentioned the part of the body, just be aware of that part. Feet, calf muscles, knees, thighs, hip, stomach, chest, back, hands, neck, face, back of your head, top of your head, and then the entire body. Practice once more body awareness yourself. I am not going to call the parts of the body. You yourself mentally do this for the next minute or so. I shall not speak. Practice body awareness yourself. Let's now practice breath awareness. Be aware of your breathing. Be conscious of the inhalation and exhalation. Just be aware. Do nothing more than that. Be conscious of the air entering your nostrils, filling the lungs, and then coming out of the nostrils. This process of inhalation and exhalation, the breathing, be aware of it. I shall not be speaking for the next 2 to 3 minutes. Practice this breath awareness. Whenever the mind wanders, bring it back and do the exercises of meditation. As I chant Om Namah Shivaya Japa, mentally chant, and whenever there is a silence between the two japa, immerse yourself into it. Do not watch the silence, rather be the silence. The silence that you watch is a thought. The silence that you be is yourself. Do not see the silence, rather be the silence. Do not watch the silence, rather just be as silence. And that silence which you are is consciousness. It's pure Sat Chit Ananda, existence, consciousness, bliss. That is your real nature. From you the thought springs, in you the thought exists, and back to you the thought goes. you Satchidananda. From that, a small modification of thought. From Satchidananda, a spark of consciousness, of awareness is a thought. Just as how even a spark can illumine something because it is light, in the same way a spark of consciousness illumines an object, and that becomes a thought. Understanding this, one gets a glimpse into the nature of the self. Don't fight with a thought. A thought is nothing but a small modification of you yourself, consciousness. Rather than seeing the object of a thought, see the very substratum of the thought, which is consciousness, awareness. Bring your attention from the object to the awareness and remain as that awareness. So as I chant this japa, focus on the awareness aspect of it, and in the silence, be the silence. Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Do not be concerned if you hear any sounds in your meditation from outside. Don't try to fight with them, push them away. Do nothing of that sort. Those things will only increase the disturbance. Rather, you keep doing what you are doing. Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Now you yourself practice. Try to increase the silence, the self experience. The moment you find a thought is coming, substitute the thought with Om Namah Shivaya. And even when you chant Om Namah Shivaya mentally, be aware of the substratum of this thought. Be aware of the consciousness which is behind this thought. Now practice for yourself. For the next 5 minutes or so, I shall not speak. You practice this. Focus. When the mind wanders away, bring it back. It is the nature of the mind to keep jumping from one thought to another, ceaselessly, aimlessly, thoughtlessly. Do not be concerned. Whenever you observe the mind has wandered away, bring it back. Shift your attention from the thought to the self of the thoughts. It is as though instead of seeing outside, you are seeing inside. Instead of seeing the mind, you are turning within. Just stop looking at the mind. Start looking within. Go deeper, go inward. Renounce the thoughts. Just keep going inward and deeper. You cannot go more inward than consciousness, existence. When you come to that pure consciousness, existence, note that this is you. You can't see it. You can be it. When you remain as the core of you, when you remain as the very essence of you, that essential you is Satchidananda. It's pure existence, which is same as consciousness, which is same as Ananda. In a few minutes, we shall conclude our meditation. Take a firm resolve on this auspicious day to meditate regularly and reap the full benefits of spiritual unfoldment. Of all the spiritual exercises, the most potent is meditation. A person who lives a good moral life of self-control, of moderation, only such a person can meditate. Immorality, overindulgence, and meditation do not go together. If you want to meditate, you be good. If you are good, you can meditate. Desire, anger, selfishness, greed, lust, passion, these are all enemies of meditation. Morality is the backbone of meditation. It's the very foundation of meditation. Therefore, be a good human being if you want to meditate. On this auspicious day, resolve to master your mind. On this very auspicious day, resolve to be a good person as much as you can and keep on improving upon your goodness. I invoke the grace of the Lord and the blessings of Pujya Gurudev on all of us who are seekers and practitioners of meditation. Mentally prostrate to the Lord and the Guru. Offer them your gratitude. And we will conclude with Om 3 times. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Guru Bhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Slowly come back to normalcy. First becoming aware of your body, the external world, gently moving your limbs, and finally opening your eyes.